anti-Semitic to say that Jews have nasally voices.
If you only had a half the intelligence she does.
You go and talk to truth tellers, so shut the fuck up.
I don't talk to truth teller. I talk to
Wait. I've got a question for you, Eric Congressman.
You literally talk to him 24/7. 7/24.
Wait, just one second. Aristotle.
Jail.
Wait.
Jail.
Chill? What?
For saying 724.
They're Jews. We don't like the Christians like this, so we hate you.
Two people corrected me
Meow.
this morning.
I
was
corrected.
Meow.
Wait, hold on.
What does 7-Eleven stand for?
We'll now make the best thing.
Okay, wait, stop. Right.
Oh, it's the Beyonce song.
Yeah, we right to left there, Andrew.
No,
Your people do too.
but it's the Beyonce song.
I don't care if you write right left. It's still 24/7.
724.
No, it means aren't they open from 7 till 11? Isn't that the whole thing?
Alright. So my
No,
Aristotle.
mine is open after 12. The one by my house.
Question to you, Aristotle, and then Andrew is that if somebody says,
Why would you engage with Aristotle? We just want to
let
shut up.
me get my question out. Yeah. So if somebody says Shabbat is shit, do you not think that's anti-Semitic?
Yes, it is. Ambrose is anti-Semitic.
Wait.
I don't know. Like, it depends on the context. Like, if you're asking Ambrose,
You're quite
You
listen.
don't ask the goy, ask the real Jew.
Listen,
I want to get Aristotle. I want to put Aristotle on the spot and let's see what he thinks of the response. Yeah, because without getting some, let's say,
if you're saying that with the purpose of like denigrating a holiday because it's Jewish, then of course it is.
It doesn't matter what he
But
says,
here,
stupid
wait, hold
goy.
on. Do you think Shabbat is like an Islamic thing?
Are you talking about it in the context of Judaism? Like, why are you being
No,
coy?
like,
You
what
don't even
other
know what
context does
Shabbat
Shabbat
you do.
mean?
Come on, oh my goodness gracious. This is gonna be reported to your bosses and you're not gonna get your tech.
I very much know what the Jews do on Shabbat, so I don't know why we're having
What
this
do we do on
conversation.
Shabbat?
I don't know why we're having this nuance.
Wait,
We welcome in the Shekhinah.
Rose absolutely watches television on Shabbat. 100% she does.
No, but Mike, you also my question.
Who watches television? How old are you? Oh my god.
Alright, Aristotle.
I also eat pork and drink and drive the car.
Do you really?
Electricity.
Rose, you eat pork for real?
In Israel.
She goes there's Rose, do you eat pork for real? There's a butcher shop in
Yeah, I really.
that sells
really do.
pork, and it's called Piggy Oink Oink, I believe.
You know that they actually grow pork in Israel?
They do?
Yes.
Rose, why do you eat it though?
On stilts. But
Yummy.
okay. It's about the drum.
Emerald, I don't eat pork. What is wrong with you? I'm more Jew than you.
Hold on. Alright, Aristotle.
Pork is disgusting.
Yeah, I agree on that.
No, it's actually really, really good. But no, unfortunately.
Rose, you need help, baby. Yeah, that's her own.
Don't call her baby.
Yeah, don't call me baby. That's
I think that was in a emerald style honey.
Let's put it this way. I would rather eat pork, but not advocate for murdering children. I think God.
Andrew doesn't advocate for murdering anyone. He doesn't even know what he advocates for.
He doesn't want to get tased. That's all he doesn't want. That's it.
Right.
He's a Kabbalist and a Satanist. You have all been warned. He practices black magic.
I like saying.
Who is that? It sounds like a character in Rick and Morty.
I like it.
Yeah. Alright, so going back to Aristotle.
Please don't go back to the stupid
I really
boy.
want to get his thoughts on this. Shabbat obviously clearly is a Jewish thing, right? It's not like, every
Shabbat.
What? Disallowed.
Rose, what is wrong with you? Exactly.
Fuck Sunday, fuck Monday, fuck Thursday, fuck Shabbat. Like, it's a day in the week.
You need help. You really need help. Would you say fuck Moretz also, Rose? Just curious.
Fuck what?
You need to study Torah with Dr. Andrew Meyer to relieve yourself of these horrific attitudes and opinions.
Is Andrew.
It's like that's not me. That is definitely not me.
It's like you're
saying fuck Ramadan, it's a month in the calendar.
How dare you shame us on our on Shavuot? How dare you tell us that Shabbos isn't significant? You're a wicked woman.
Fuck Shabbos, fuck you.
You're crazy, lady.
I don't know, man. Like, I think this is fairly anti-Semitic, but I'm confused now. So, like,
I'm sure that's fine. So you don't have that. I
Really don't understand.
You never got around to me being, but that's what I would have told you, is that crazy atheist Jews can also say that, so it's not anti-Semitic. Any moron can say that. Emrose is proving it.
no, but them saying it doesn't make it, not make it, like, it's just because it's them saying it doesn't mean it's, you would get deported.
I don't know. The word by themselves, I don't see it. It just,
You would get deported.
anybody can say that.
You said it.
No, it's should be, you understand, they're very racist, and like, so if one of them says it, it's okay, but if we say it, though, like, it's,
No, you gonna say that before. It's just a fact. There's lots of atheist moron Jews that would say it. I wouldn't call them anti-Semites. It's a stupid thing to say.
It's a day of the week. That's it.
It was stupid when you said fuck Monday too and fuck Tuesday. That's also stupid. You have brain damage.
She doesn't read books. She goes and doom scrolls.
Emrose might not know this, but it actually extends into multiple days, just in case you were curious.
What extends to
The Shabbos is a beautiful marriage between Hashem and his children. You are an evil, wicked, low IQ person.
Wait, shut up, Joe. Aristotle, when does the Shabbat start?
Friday evening.
According to what do we measure that?
He just Googled it.
I'm not that quick, Ella. I'm not that.
Okay, so the Shabbat starts when the first 3 stars appear in the sky. Do
On
not
the
know what
Gregorian calendar, it's Friday and Saturday, Ambrose. You're making a dumb argument. He goes by the Gregorian calendar, so it does go into 2 days in his calendar.
When you measure
Why you want
when they actually publish,
That's a stupid argument. It's very stupid.
This is what you need to understand. When
This
you
is like
open
the
the
US
Bible
government,
newspapers in Israel,
many
at the
Jews.
left right corner of the front page, you will find a little square where it says times of Shabbat entry, because it changes according to the location, because the hour where the first 3 stars appear changes from north to south. So we actually don't use the Gregorian calendar. Actually, we spoke about the
Yeah, but he does.
We
He
spoke
does
about-
use the Gregorian
I
calendar. That's the
don't
point.
care. That means that he
You're
doesn't know.
dumb though. You're making an argument that has no
Understand
purpose.
this point? Ambrose thinks he's better than you. He's more superior in terms
No,
of
I don't think I'm better
supremacy
than
because
Emrose.
she lives in Israel. You
I
have
don't think
to
I'm better than
understand that,
Emrose.
Andrew.
I don't think I'm better than Emrose. I never said that.
No. I said Ambrose thinks that she's better than Andrew in terms of Jewish supremacy because she lives in Israel.
No, it has
Oh,
nothing
wow.
to do with Jewish supremacy. I'm just better than him.
Yes, it does.
A lot of people are better than Andrew Meyer. That's not a big accomplishment.
Actually,
globalist and we are globalist.
accomplishment.
Globalist, and that's insulting. Globalist is insulting. How dare you?
You're part of the global Jew
I
cabal.
will give you this, Andrew. You're better than global.
I have to say, Ambrose, I really will pray for you. You need help. Like eating pork and saying F Shabbat, you need help.
Did a lightning just strike me? I'm pretty sure God prefers people who do not advocate for dying children, for killing children.
Believe it or not, you can both be against war and not say F Shabbat and eat pork. Those things don't conflict somehow. You might be surprised.
People
Those don't
who
conflict.
are currently simping for a genocide, but they don't.
I don't know where you're
What
getting
do you
confused.
think God
You
would
can both
prefer?
be against war and not eat pork. Those don't conflict.
Again, Andrew, what
Are
this
you
is why I hate institutional just because
Have you not seen Andrew Meyer's wife? He eats pork every Shabbos.
Oh my God.
We're here.
I will tell you, Ambrose, you truly need to find God.
The Western civilization to bomb kids.
You need to find God, Ambrose.
Andrew, I do think that you do pray for her because if she was in the U.S.,
Let's talk about these
he would be a Bill's dime voter.
Christian values of
I'm
bomb.
gonna pray for her. She needs help.
She would be a Bill's dime voter when
Ambrose, when you need
100%.
But you're killing babies and committing genocide.
Alright, Tara, why don't you go take that dildo out and then
No mocking the genocide.
super nice. Well,
Assalamualaikum, Mr.
Walaikum assalam. And I'm not criticizing the genocide. I'm criticizing your criticism of Shabbos.
super nice. Welcome.
Assalamualaikum, Mr.
Walaikum assalam. And I'm not criticizing the genocide. I'm criticizing your criticism of Shabbos.
Yeah, I dropped it.
आपने ईद के दिन क्या खाया?
एक आंसर खा लूंगा.
This is really boring. ईद का दिन है, सुबह से इनका बकबक चल रहा है. आपने खाया क्या है? पुलाव खाया है.
Now you say no Urdu. You go on in Hebrew, they go on in Arabic, and you say no Urdu.
No. उर्दू ही उर्दू. तो पता है आपने खाया?
But Arabic I can understand a bit. Urdu I don't.
मीठा में क्या खाया आपने?
Make me a bagel. Be quiet.
सेवियर?
Lint chocolate.
आप क्यों खराब कर रहे हैं इनकी सारी बकबक से?
It sounds like aliens. What the fuck?
Tarimani boss panchot sultinas ho gaya kutte.
Who's moaning?
No, that's I bite. No, it wasn't I bite. That was Tara. Sorry, Tara.
No, she's moaning. What is wrong with her?
It was no, don't fight.
Is it the language or
Panchot sultinas ho gaya kutte. Please, English only.
wrong with her?
It was no, don't fight.
Is it the language or she?
Panchot sultinas ho gaya kutte. Please, English only.
पर मसला पता नहीं किसको अच्छा सो रात सोई नहीं है पूरी पता नहीं मुझे भी
Oh, never mind. That's the horror. That's why she's moaning.
I'm pranking Andrew Meyer, Dr. Australia.
सब कई दिमाग खराब है but anyway it is what it is. All right.
Alright,
I
so
bite.
for
Stop it.
See, she did it again, Mr.
I know she did.
I don't know
stop
why.
moaning. You literally are moaning.
I really am.
Fuck off, whore.
Whoa, that's a wow.
Has been here all morning. She's mentioned
Abel, I
her well
apologize for
guys.
that.
She deserves our sympathy.
Apologize for that, Abel.
Abel are not a substitute for mental health treatment. Please seek a professional in real life.
Moaning. You are moaning.
Apologize.
Just read the Torah and delete this app.
Don't do that on Almighty G space. Don't do that here.
Yeah, go moan somewhere else.
So can the atheist Jews please explain to us why there's a genocide happening and you don't observe Shabbos?
Okay, Abel, that wasn't right. You need to apologize.
You need to fuck off, Scott. Why don't you shut the fuck up?
It doesn't even register for me, honestly. Sometimes it's
Okay,
just like
stop
that.
moaning. Stop.
When you have a
Very
toddler,
things.
She
You
isn't
have to do that with your husband.
She isn't moaning.
Gross. She's being gross.
Abel, can you tell us more about how she's a whore?
She's
Yeah.
Hey,
being
fuck off. We don't get to participate in this. Did you see? It's like, I don't know why people think that they can jump into the fight with that kind of commentary.
Because Andrew Meyer is the hidden Zaddik.
But it's not even a fight, you know. She's not
Yeah.
well. We have to be
Between
sympathetic.
them.
We have to be sympathetic to people.
Then why don't you shut the fuck up? Because when you speak, I get bored. So fuck off.
I'm just
If you want to
expressing my
sympathize, stop moaning, stop being a whore, and fuck off.
so bad for you, Abel.
Then
But
stop
guys,
talking.
this is a public service announcement. Mental health illness is real. Spaces are not a substitute for treatment.
You're projecting.
From what's happening over here.
You're projecting.
Having a hard time coping with life. Health illness is real. Spaces are not a substitute for treatment.
You're projecting.
From what's happening over here. If you feel
You're projecting.
that you're having a hard time, don't come on a space. Seek professional Stop moaning. You're embarrassing.
She isn't moaning, Abel.
I love how there's like
That's
this
super nice. Your art.
delayed
Oh my God.
recording of what you're saying. I don't know why it does that.
Okay,
Thank you,
you're
super
done.
nice.
Fuck
Yeah,
off.
me and you agree. Abel, super nice is not good. She's a gaslighter. I don't like her either.
What? No, what's wrong with that? No, she's not a gaslighter.
She's gaslighting me, Mr. Bean.
Alright, I'll gaslight you just now. There you go. Go light the gas in listeners. Alright, have I removed all the panel? Is there anybody left?
Your Highness, good morning, and I will drop down for listener.
Yes, good job. Thank you. That was like preemptive on his behalf. Not the thing being kicked. Wow, we have a panel with Abel Sutra.
Oh, yeah, Muslims.
Hambo.
What does Eid Mubarak mean?
It means happy holidays.
Happy Eid.
Eid.
That's nice.
Inside.
Eat side.
Yeah. Mr. Bean, can we not, why is it taboo to talk about what happened to Mia Sham?
Mia Sham?
Yeah, you know Mia Sham, right? The hostage was released. She said the Hamas was raping them with their eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did see some tweet about her, but I don't know what that is. Yeah.
No, basically rumors that in the internet that may be true. I don't say it's not true, but using rumors before it's actually published in the media. Like super trainer, classic obsessed news. Classic obsessed. But we are obsessed. Because you guys portray Palestinians as monsters. You say there are no innocents. You portray them like baby
Is that
killers.
true? Did some Israeli yoga trainer rape her?
Let me finish, yoga, Abel. Yeah, so you can portray the Palestinians as monsters. You portray them as beasts, like savages, that rape, kill, murder, whatever. That's what they do. That's why after October 7th, 40 beheaded babies, and all
I would like to have the butter naan, not the garlic naan, please.
Don't be like obsessed, Niels. Come on.
I would like the garlic naan, not the butter naan, please.
I'm obsessed. Anyway, so you make up all these bullshit lies, and then one of your own
Bullshit, guys.
Whatever started, anyway. So one of your own goes and rapes a hostage or release, and not how much they want that. Your own rumor. That's still a rumor, and you stated as a fact. I'm not saying it's not happened, but it's still a rumor, and that's how obsessed you are. You don't even waiting for this. I'm just pointing out also how much of a sick society you are. Society to be punished. I'm saying that I know what you have done. Everybody say you can do better. You can do better. Yes, who makes songs about killing children? Who makes songs that they are no skilled?
They're called Palestinian terrorists, global.
Who makes that kind of song?
Palestinian terrorists, global. It is called Palestinian Media Watch. Maybe you should go watch a few videos of the Shahada and how amazing the production value is.
Palestinian saying there are no schools in Israel because we kill all their children. Nobody says that. I mean, I've never heard that before from the Palestinian side, but I've heard people say that on the football chants though. And I'm sure
Oh, you love football, eh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like football, yeah.
Well, maybe you should go read a book and go to the gym or something instead of wasting your Sunday on this bullshit. You're a bullshit artist, propagandist, low IQ mother chod.
Andrew is one of your followers. Oh.
Yes, Andrew is my hidden Zadik. He taught me Kabbalah at the Olympic Kabbalah Center in Los Angeles.
Wait a minute, Global. Try to understand who is Andrew? Tarrant, who is Andrew?
Andrew is the hidden Zadik, and he taught me Kabbalah at the Kabbalah Center on Olympic Boulevard in Los Angeles. All hail Andrew Maya, the hidden Zadik of Yerushalayim.
Do you think it's the demon?
I think he's possessed, honestly.
No, Andrew Meyer cast a demon out of John Kerry before he got tased, bro. Don't you know about Skull and Bones and the worldwide conspiracy to commit war crimes? Andrew Meyer is exposing war crimes. He is the hidden Zadok of Yerushalayim and a Kabbalistic master.
Okay, I think this space has done its time. Can I close it now?
No, you're going to continue the space being.
There'll be some other space that will open up. You'll be surprised.
Happy Eid, everybody. Have fun, eat some good food.
BFI
Eat
is
some. What about Ukraine?
BFI.
Yeah, what's up there, Nafo fellas and fellerinas?
Fuck out of here. This is not Napo space, man. Anyway. This is Napo space. Why do you think it's a Napo space?
I'm a Canadian though.
Okay, yeah, but I like to.
Sorry to hear that.
Slava Rusi.
Slava Ukraini, Ukrasa.
The Privy Council does fuck all for Canadians. I've emailed them many times.
Andrew, I'm sorry I broke your heart because you're a Russian agent, apparently.
So, BFI Ukraine, just question, if for Canadians to go work in the USA, do they need a work permit, like a work visa? Is that correct, right?
Yes, that's true.
Okay. BFI Ukraine, do you agree with
Yes, but I don't recommend. True,
I know
doing
you
that, I don't recommend doing that. I've seen Yale professors, three Yale professors. They're working for the University of Toronto now.
Yeah, but do you know, like, the way, I just wanted to, the reason I asked this question, BFI Ukraine, is that we know that the American administration, Trump administration specifically, is revoking visas of students who may have said or written anything that could be seen as against U.S. foreign policy. And clearly, I think at this stage, supporting Ukraine would be seen as against U.S. foreign policy. So should all those people supporting Ukraine that are on U.S. visas, should they be revoked?
They shouldn't be revoked. Actively leave the United States for more friendly territory.
That is ridiculous. America has spent hundreds of billions of dollars supporting Zelensky, and you are telling them to leave the country? You are full of shit, guy. You are full of shit, guy.
Policy, not Trump's policy.
I disagree. The United States has supported Ukraine with military equipment primarily. The European Union is the largest financial supporter of Ukraine. Why don't people discuss what's very mentioned?
Yeah, you're cutting out, my guy. Get better internet.
Brother, you are full of shit, guy, spreading propaganda and lies. America is number one.
An Indian guy talking about shit is not really a trope we want to hear.
Don't be so sensitive. I'm telling you the truth.
I don't know. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So the Ukraine situation, like, I think is interesting. I think it will be interesting. Whether there are any visa implications because of Ukraine, because
Cindy!
the standard being set is anything said against your foreign policy can, get your visa cancelled.
Well,
That's not what happened, Mr. Bean. Because what they weren't just going for the Palestinians. They really don't care about the Ukrainians or other stuff like that. They're just going for the Palestinians. Anybody control that criticizes Israel. That's it. Not going to the border.
You've got Israel derangement syndrome, sir. Jewish derangement syndrome. You are a full of shit, guy.
Well, anyway, Andrew, who has from the globalist side, who are many globalists? What is their religion? Andrew?
I have been criticized.
Alright guys, I'm gonna close because this thing is all day.
Thank you so much for the room. I want to thank Andrew Meyer for teaching me Kabbalah at the Kabbalah Center. He is a great Kabbalist master who speaks with Hashem every Shabbos. And he's right about all the atheist Jews who waste all their time. Shavu. Privy Council Part 2. Let's see if we can make it happen. Okay, this is Privy Council Part 2. I hope you enjoy. Okay, this is Privy Council Part 2. We'll see if anybody shows up to this X space. So this is comedy with Andrew Meyer. I hope you've enjoyed this bit, this routine. I think it was pretty funny. Andrew Meyer, I think, was dying laughing. We're also live on like multiple YouTubes, and we've got a pretty big audience going right now on YouTube. So surprisingly, one of the YouTube channels has taken off, and so we're fully monetizing. And we are going to bring you some of the worst content on the internet that is very difficult to monetize, but somehow, Rabboni Shalom, Hashem has allowed us to monetize. Shukran Hashem. We'll see. I don't think anybody's going to come to the Privy Council Part 2. You know, if you don't actually have followers on X, nobody sees your live room. It's really all about who you're following. So since nobody follows me, nobody's going to come to my live room. Cindy, what do you want to say, Cindy? What's the good news, Dr. Cindy? It's kind of interesting when you have a live stream going with audio, it like creates like a sniffer. It like creates a static that like picks up frequency.
It's just funny for me to hear you guys who why it's just strange for me to hear you guys who are like so deeply opposed to Israel, you know, just have no criticisms for this guy Trump, man, especially with this fucking.
I do. You're not.
Lion. I never that whole period when it was we were talking about the resort and them like building a resort in Gaza, bro. Maybe you weren't here, but I don't remember like the argument.
You don't hear me saying that they're gonna do the exact same thing to these people like they've done to other people. They displace people, and then eventually, once these people go to other countries, they're gonna be ridiculed, beaten, and put into a second-class citizenship. You don't remember?
Man, you ain't been listening enough to Lion, Dr. Luhai. Dr. Lion goes into great detail about this 7 days a week here on this app, 40 hours a week. This motherfucker talks all the time.
They can never have a conversation. All the Jews behave like this whenever they.
All the Jews, you got Jewish derangement syndrome, Dr. Luhai.
Yeah, you're a deranged Jew, yes.
Why don't you go to church on a Sunday and do something with your life?
Shut up.
Did you just call me the K word? I'm reporting you for being a racist.
Kick him. Fuck out of here.
So I had already stated that the movement, and nobody really pushed back against it because this is what happens when your country loses a battle.
Samoa was pushing back against it. What do you mean? Samoa was pushing it back.
Talk about it. Come off your mic, Ellen.
Let's talk about it, Ellen. You got some explaining to do, you dirty dog. You too, Pac-Man. You killed Bubblegum.
Bro,
He killed Bubblegum.
but they saying They keep saying that Pac-Man killed Bubblegum.
It's the truth. Pac-Man killed Bubblegum a year ago. Nobody talking about it. Ariota got the exclusive.
Ellen, I don't like how you bit your tongue. Go ahead, Ellen. Spit it out. Hello?
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 What's wrong with them?
Ellen?
Wow.
Ellen's busy swiping right on Bumble looking for her dinner for tonight.
Clock it. Geneva bought her dinner last night.
That little funky ass $20.
Oh, you can answer that, but you can't answer me, bitch. You heard me talking.
I'm playing.
You was about to agree with me. You was about to agree with me when I said that he liked Elaine. So agree with me, bitch. Stop biting your tongue.
I don't know, Shamale.
Ellen, you are so fake, bro. You was just about to agree with me, and then when he was about to get mad, you said never mind. You fake.
Man, you projecting, Fairy. Look at your PTR. You look synthetic, like you a biological creation, some type of biracial amalgamation. Were you made in a laboratory, or were you made in bed with love?
I thought we was on the same side.
Nah, I'm with you. Let's pack Ellen's ass up. She's worthy of pack up. Welcome back to the roast of Dr. Ellen, the morning barbecue. Grab your lemonade.
Get her and her big feet. Since she wanna
Those feet stink. She's on Hinge right now looking for dinner.
Long foot ass.
She got herpes on her feet, herpes on her lips, herpes on her cooch. She's fully herpified.
Herpes on the feet.
Yeah, she meets these kinky guys on some kind of kink app that love making love to her feet.
Bro, I'm over here ordering Dunkin' Donuts and came back to feet and kink. What's going on?
Get that Boston cream.
That's Starbucks.
No, I'm saying Dunkin' Donuts got a donut called a Boston cream. It's a cream-filled, chocolate-glazed donut.
Somebody gotta do it.
And get the everything bagel with 2 cream cheeses.
Ew. You having to brush it off your bagel for hours.
Oh, it takes like 2 days to digest a Dunkin' Donuts bagel. They're so full of chemicals.
Yeah, I swear Dunkin' Donuts is low-key like the McDonald's of breakfast, isn't it?
McDonald's has breakfast, so.
Bro, I went to McDonald's the other day and bought the breakfast and thought I got the, you know when they have like the pancake buns with the sandwich, what is it called? The,
McGriddle.
McGriddle!
Bro, why I went in there and told them I wanted a McMuffin, I thought I said McGriddle, I said McMuffin. They gave me a McMuffin, I drove off thinking I was about to have a great experience, bro. And then I fucking pulled out that motherfucker and seen that fucking British muffin, whatever the fuck you want. I got you, man. And I was like, nigga, what the fuck? Got me fucked all the way up. Yep.
Life is full of disappointments when you eat McGriddles.
Well, I was saying, like, mad as fuck, I'm eating a fucking McGriddle with a McMuffin. I was like, what the fuck? When the pancake bun, I'm thinking all this shit, bro. Highly upset, bro. Highly upset. And I bought 2 hash browns, like the 2 things, because I know, like, pause. You know how thick the McGriddle should be? Like, you know, you be chewing for a second, so I'm like, I need to go get the. So it's like having your little size. I was pissed.
Why does a sausage egg McMuffin, why do they use English muffins with a sausage egg McMuffin?
Because that's what makes it a McMuffin.
I know, but what they should call a sausage egg McMuffin is they should use the biscuit instead of the English muffin.
A biscuit instead of an English muffin.
You see what I'm saying? They got the... This is called branding 101.
Oh, like a biscuit, like from Popeyes. Oh, Popeyes biscuits. Oh.
Yes. Alexa, stop. They have like a biscuit sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Where's
At a
that?
gas station. That's all. Alright, thank you.
Did you get the hash browns?
I'm trying to make sure that you only gave me one snack and bacon. Hey, I was supposed to get 2 snacks. I tried to order 2 snack and bacon, but you only charged me for 1. He's not gonna go. Alright, no problem. Oh my god, shit. You slow white bitch. Fuck you. You weird white loser. Funny looking bitch. What wrong with you? Yeah, anyway. You got me fucked all the way up.
Republicans pretty calm today.
You said the Republicans are pretty calm
I
today.
said Republican is pretty calm today.
What's that?
Because I've exhausted myself with an early morning troll. I don't have much left in me. Gotta get to the gym, read a book.
Good Lord.
So how many more years do you think you're gonna keep coming back to this app every day talking about nothing, creating nothing, doing nothing, wasting all your time?
Exactly. Tell the
Hey.
woman.
Hey, hold up. You're Somali still trying to be black 5 years later. Please, sir.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I've never been other than black. I've never been
Why you never been other? Are you Canadian?
I've only been black.
Are you Canadian?
Are you trying to tell me that you're a fucking continent? So
Pac-Man is an African-American gatekeeper. He's gonna keep all you Africans out of the black American experience.
He's gonna keep me out of being black.
Actually, yes, we are.
Alright, well, like, yo, how about my family in Dallas? Are they black?
No.
Man, you only been black for like 5 years.
So you could live somewhere where black people are and just be black?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Wait, is that Travis from the trenches? Travis!
God, who's that?
It's late. Hey, Travis.
What's up, maybe?
Hold on. What's up, bud?
Travis got that paper.
Travis is really a gang nigga, though, straight up.
Travis got some paper. I ain't gonna lie.
That's not the Travis, I think.
Oh, it's not.
What's this Somali
You
tribe?
sure, Ellen?
Yeah, this is a different Travis.
So,
Oh, I'm talking Travis got that paper. No shade.
you over here.
Yeah, I'm nice, though.
No, Travis is
Yo,
supposed
listen,
to.
I'm asking
He
you
got
a
that
question. Am I gang, though?
Heinous ways that the world just like rises up and like just like we've had enough of it. I think that's the plan, and I if that is the plan, I hate that plan.
Yes.
I really
It was the very same plan the civil rights movement utilized. That's what they're operating in.
The thing like here is I think consistency.
Well, I did this when I worked for 60 Minutes, and
Yeah, but if you
he washes over it with he plays the victim card. I mean, honestly, I liked it.
If you get reported, they don't give you a chance to speak. There's like a stupid form you fill out, and you say, like, you can ask, like, what is the accusation or whatever. I'm not aware of why I'm being reported. Blah blah blah. They say they refer you to the rules of conduct. You go look there, and it doesn't tell you why you're reported. And you're like, well, I don't really know how to respond because I don't know what I was reported for.
That's what all these big tech companies
I
do.
can see how they would just like be like, okay, this person wants to argue the rule, therefore banned. So remember, people in tech hit the easy button anytime they can. So Clubhouse is not like governed by trustworthy community or anything like that. It cares about a fair hearing for you.
There's no appeal process because they keep referring you to their standard documents. It says you can appeal, but it doesn't tell you how to appeal. Because like the first step in appealing is like, what did I do? And then I can address it, but they don't tell you what you did.
The first step is in knowing that it's a waste of time completely and entirely. Just create a new account.
Yeah, for sure.
Because people take it so seriously, because the truth is you get networked with people on here psychologically, and when your dopamine gets pulled from you, you're in complete and total rage and shock. I want my dopamine. But many people are just complainers, and they're too lazy to go get a new burner account. I myself have had 40.
Oh, you're that circus guy.
Hey, but I would What's going on in the precinct?
Lots. Do you guys think that these Tesla demonstrations are persistent enough, or will persist long enough?
They're pretty damning. It's very damaging to the brand. You're talking about like, I mean, $500 million.
I mean, this is the natural thing. Yeah, I mean, fuck around and find out, Elon.
Yeah, the virality of all
the
these.
exact surface for the public, Tesla.
I feel bad for the car owners.
The public that needed Starlink probably doesn't want to exercise their boycott, right? Because they feel they need it. And the people that have Starlink for their boat or their third fucking house in the middle of nowhere, those people are still in the camp of Elon. So you won't get any other type of boycott than pissing off the customers he had over 10 years of eco-friendly, liberal.
I don't think the Mexican electric cars can be competitive because of the anti-Mexican sentiment, but if Canada came out with an electric car, they should do that now.
How does a country come out with a car? It's companies that come out with a car.
Well, you know what I mean?
I know, but
company in Canada, yeah, because I mean,
how many years did it take to start from scratch?
Prius and Toyota, they don't seem to be capitalizing on it right now.
I don't know why people even want an electric car. What a pain in the ass to have to go, wait in line to get a charge, and if you don't have your own garage.
You know that's not how it works, right? If you start
There's a queue
from your home with 250 miles of range every day with a full tank of gas, why would you go to a gas station? Most people don't go 250 miles in a day from their house. So I mean, I've done the lifestyle of having an electric car. It's not that bad to even top up at a supercharger.
I'm just saying, I got a Polish friend here. I got a Polish friend here in Chicago, and he's a pain in the ass to go out with because he never has a charge in his fucking car, and he's always it's annoying.
That's his problem. Guess what? He doesn't charge at home. He's an idiot.
He doesn't have a charger at home.
Yeah, he's an idiot, and he's the idiot.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, why did he do that? What were his circumstances?
I don't know. He's free. He's free poly. All he does is post dead babies in Gaza. That's all the guy does. He's a crazy person.
Well, then maybe he uses it to smuggle immigrants. Who knows? But anyway, the electric car usually the standard profile use case is you never go to gas stations anymore except to buy a Gatorade, right? What is the point of gas stations? It's a ton of waste. And you don't go for oil changes. There's no lubrication. There's no transmission that goes out. There's a lot of positives in the realm of electric cars. And it's self-inflicted. I wish that it had a normal board. The company would have fired him long ago. But they're all his friends, family, and fellow drug users together. And so he broke the way that boards are supposed to work. And the Delaware Chancery Courts saying, hey, you shouldn't get this bonus because you haven't adhered to any of the bylaws of the company. You don't have a legitimate board. When they voted to give you a $50 billion payout, it's more than double the net income of the company's entire lifetime. It's stupid, but because people aren't domain knowledgeable, they don't know that this stuff's happening. So keep protesting Tesla. It breaks the company because the company broke capitalism. Let's do it.
You chased Eitan away, David.
Oh no. Did I chase somebody away?
Yeah. I wanted to talk to him because he's Jane's friend. Because I attacked him once and Jane's like, oh, Eitan's cool. So Eitan was having a nonsensical argument with you and me and other people and Steve threw him away. I don't think he was tracking it. I don't think he was tracking the conversation very well.
Next time. Shut me up. Hey, let's talk about this.
This is about goat curry. You guys like goat curry?
Goat curry. The only time I get goat is when I eat Caribbean food. Not only. There's some. Let's see. You can get goat in like Middle Eastern food.
Yeah. Iranian restaurant or something.
What is the name of that place that we go? I would go with my buddy Shirazi to,
or Ethiopian food.
I had years ago, I had a friend that worked at an
Ethiopian restaurant for like not very long. It's like, you gotta come try the food. It wasn't what I was looking for. I think he didn't know what to tell me to get.
There's Northern curry and Northern Caribbean curry, Southern Caribbean curry, and then curry from India and Southeast Asia. But I think I like the Southeast Asian curry the best.
What are the flavors? Is it more spicy, chili stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean, some people take shortcuts with chilies, but it's supposed to be more like a horseradish based, other kinds of things from the old world, and they cheat with using chilies, and that just, it's a different flavor. Plus, if you're in Southeast Asia rather than India, you get the good cardamom, not the bad cardamom.
Where does horseradish originate? Is it?
It's in the cabbage family, but the cabbages grow everywhere, and but they were domesticated in China.
Because I know Jews use horseradish in part of their Passover Seder to, know what it's like to taste something bitter.
Yeah, wasabi is a horseradish that grows in a swamp or something. It's really expensive, horseradish.
Did horses like it? Why did they get that?
I think it's because it's gigantic. It's a gigantic root.
Oh, so it's like
When you get chicken makhni, do you get butter naan or garlic naan?
Both.
I butter the garlic.
With real butt.
When you eat gulab jamun, do you ask for it wet or do you ask for it dry?
This is why you have so many accounts. I tried to have a bunch of accounts with different accents, and everybody's like, we know it's you, because I can't do accents. What's that crazy circus voice that you do?
What, like the older woman voice?
No, it's the one that's like, come join the whatever media circus, whatever you talk about.
I usually just say, welcome back to another episode of Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing, wasting all their time.
Yeah, that voice. That voice.
Yeah, that's asking Uncle Steve is like consulting the worst GPT model ever.
Yeah, I mean, I credit him for, having rules and trying to give people their 5 minutes or whatever, but he gets a lot of things wrong. Like, he says he hates the philosophical rooms because they make fun of him, and I'm like, because you don't understand anything. Construct a philosophical argument. They start from a premise, and then they build up, and he doesn't know how to do that.
The Uncle Steve show is actually the How Angry Can I Make Steve Appel show. That's really the secret name of the show.
I just like him making him look like an idiot, so I don't really want to anger him. I just want to expose him.
It's really annoying how he dialogues with people that want to speak. He says, go ahead, say whatever you want to say, and then he just slow walks them and yells for good 10 minutes. It's really not. You think it's rules based, but it's really just Steve Appel's world. It's an annoying experience.
So why do you think talk show hosts on radio come across as not having friends?
I like the control of the Green Bean and like conducting a podcast or a round table interview or something to that extent, but sooner or later you have to change. You can't just keep doing the same shtick and same show over and over and over again and have no results. And that's what Steve does. He has no results for all his effort that he does on this app. Nothing. He has no
What would results for a full look like? He's just entertaining himself and what you talk about, like the fucking dopamine and stuff. That's him.
I know, but I record.
And it's funny, you guys know some of his shows he puts on an actual radio station in Los Angeles, not Ask an Atheist and not Ask Uncle Steve, but other ones he does put on the radio. He was hoping to turn this whole thing into money, which never materialized.
Oh, I see. I didn't know he was rebroadcasting, but I've recorded his show for years and years and years, and he's got no Instagram, no YouTube. Like, Did he miss the boat or something? I mean, did he forget that
No,
there's
he's
these?
an idiot. He's analog. Remember, he comes from the radio world. Like he's got that little Jim Cramer thing where he hits the button and it makes the sound.
Yeah.
He's just stuck there, wherever the hell that is. And
Yeah.
remember, I this is when I knew to disengage with Steve because he's no subject matter expert, but he pretends to be like this, host a show with a German lawyer or whatever to talk about employment law. I'm like, how do you do whatever paralegal work for an international lawyer doing labor ethics for like OSHA? Like what? It just sounded like, I'm not saying it wasn't true, it just, if you're in LA and you can't find someone to work for as a lawyer in LA, what does that say about your
Well, he's got a very disagreeable personality. You know, I don't know, we could microanalyze his life, but the point is he's got an anger management issue. He road rages all the time.
I guess I just leave the room when he's stupid. I can't, like, stupid people getting angry is just, it doesn't compute for me, so I just disengage.
Well, he's in hot water with all this Christian stuff, this young 14-year-old boy that they have, you know, long-form conversations with. He's gotten thoroughly roasted over all of this, and he's had to create multiple response rooms to accusations about him and other people grooming this young kid and holding, you know, space with this young man who knows who he really is. You know, is it a 29-year-old woman doing the voice of a 14-year-old boy? Or is it an actual 14-year-old boy? And the fact that they hold private rooms, you know, that are unrecorded, they don't want to be recorded. People are back channeling a 14-year-old kid messages and stuff. So it's just Lashon Hara, but you know, the conversations on here are so pathetic and so crazy that to think that it would be appropriate for a young person to spend any time here to listen to any of these people bitch and moan about anything. And see, that's the thing. There's just no real like self-judgment or self-critique about how long people have been doing this and what it is they're talking about, and how they're all really just Democrat, like brainwashed Democrats. I mean, it's really what all these people are. The whole deep state patriots and the Brazilian embassy and even Stephen Pell's rooms, like they're all just Democrat holding rooms for highly delicate, sensitive people who road rage.
Well, I like that, yeah. There's a spectrum, right? And I think that there's a genuine thirst for people who want to push back against authoritarianism. And look, we don't live in 1955 where gay people are closeted and Jim Crow keeps anyway, it seems to be the desire to go back to authoritarian rule, usually using I call it an un-American value. And so, of course, people on an app like this are going to want a space to be opposing that when they don't have any agency. This app is all about not really doing anything but talking about it. You don't, on a phone call, do things, you communicate.
My teenagers are always like, why are you on this dumb app? And I'm like, because it's fun. It's fun to drag dumb people.
Yeah, it's a superposition of all these different things. But yeah, like, initially in the earlier meetings, there were smarter people and there was more better conversations. And so talking, I listened more than I spoke, but I started to stand up, or not started, one of my ethics is to stand up for truth. It became something, seeing that we know each other, there's a style of sarcasm that is sort of poetically entertaining to take people down because they're so stupid they don't know, right? And the audience members might respect your poetic ability to express what
well, it becomes a roast.
They don't have to.
It becomes like a Johnny Carson roast, and that's the funnest part of the show. But those rooms are not implicit roasts. They're not explicit roasts. And
Yeah,
but
well,
the
like Deep State can't
explicit
be a roast. Deep State is the opposite
right,
of the roast. It's
exactly.
all the people that are too quiet to go on stage in the, what is it called, politically correct room, because they're white.
The
right?
funny thing is though, when you record it and you watch it from a different perspective, you realize that they're actually all self-roasting, and it's kind of funny to watch people essentially create fake narrative or avoid everything. I mean, when you see what Doge is uncovering, like just a second ago, you were like, I stand up against fascism and authoritarianism. Well, we've been living in
fascism. I didn't use the fascism.
Okay, well then authoritarianism. What's the difference? The point is, the real authoritarianism has been happening for 25 plus years. I mean, when you, even under Biden, when you look at these Doge purchase and requisition, acquisitions, and you see what they're spending the money on, I'm like, my blood is boiling. I'm just like, we live in a mass deception, like a huge matrix of lies. Like there is no ledger, there is no accountability, there's no transparency, and it's like, thank God, like, did you want to live the rest of your life working, knowing that they're wasting all of your hard effort?
Do we get transparency now? So there's two different things happening. Breaking the system doesn't necessarily bring transparency. Does it? I mean, mutual exclusivity, back to like making a philosophical, what are you trying to say?
Either it's not efficient.
Right. The E in efficiency. So I don't like hypocrisy. Let me just say, that's my original voice on that. That's wrong. Let me speak to it. I know what I'm talking about. It first was a professional raising my hand, like I was at a drink show, like, bro, I don't think you really have a grasp on this. What about this? So first it was curiosity, then it was error correction, and now it's like coherence requesting. I'm just asking for coherence. Tell me how breaking the government makes it more efficient or transparent. I get it.
So,
I get the popular nature saying that it was rigged. I get the rigged part, but this isn't unrigging it.
They're like, it's our turn to scam.
Well, I agree in that sentiment that everyone is essentially a bait and switcher. Once you get into power, you bait and switch, and that seems to be the 100%, almost 99.9. But this one time with Elon Musk going, I don't know if you saw the Brett Baer interview on Fox News, but you got to understand, it is all about.
Look it up. When was it?
It's like 2 days ago. Got a lot of views. The whole point is there is a communication which we've never received, that the taxpayers and the voters and the citizens of this country have never actually see. The whole thing is a reframe, and Elon Musk in this interview says that this is a revolution, and he says this is the biggest revolution since the first revolution, and this is a real revolution. And when you actually listen to this interview, you will understand what's really, like, what the sentiment is, or what the reframe is, or just the new communication. These echo chambers on here do not bring in the new communication into any of these rooms. Like if I wanted to go into any of those rooms and read the Doge tweets and actually say line by line what it's saying, it would never happen. So you're just dealing with people who are just peacocks sticking their head in the sand. Like they're not actually communicating what the government is putting out now. The big thing is people on this app just aren't changing or moving, and it's just opinion pieces, and the fact that people just opinionate or create opinions nonstop on this app day after day, and it seems like it'll never end. I don't think they understand philosophy and really the state of no opinion. And if Uncle Steve was like a super good communicator, he would just let it flow and let because you claimed earlier that he does the Fresh Five and shit like that. It's all just his shtick, but it's never really totally transparent. They don't actually recommunicate the source messaging. So I don't know. I mean, I think we've thoroughly analyzed Steve Appel enough, but nonetheless, I mean,
Yeah, I've never thought about him this much, to be honest. Because I don't care about the fresh pie. Like he's got a format, but the only thing is that it's exploitable. That's how he gets an audience because they know that they'll get to keep talking and they'll get the 3 strikes. Like in the 9th inning of this app, we know the troll factor is non-negligible.
What do you mean the troll factor is non-negligible?
Anybody can enter any kind of public room that's not super private and take a dump on stage. And that has different shapes in a flat earth room or in Steve Appel's room. Different, if it's super smelly and steamy, it doesn't last very long. But if someone comes in and just, you can troll. I troll Gary Baumgartner. I rarely go on stage, but I know the tack that's going to be heard. I have to then wait till it's my turn, and I have to listen to all these idiots that I already know what they're going to say because of the room title. So I don't know, a year ago, accused him, I guess you'd call it, because I wasn't intending not to. Say, look, your title's clickbait. Why do you do this, Gary? And anyway, I pick fights sometimes in certain places, and I'm not a fighter all the time, so I do it selectively for purpose, and not to be a troll, but I also, in the rooms that I frequent, know that some people are there to just troll.
Yes, that's me. Hey, Tom.
No, you're not a troll.
Right here,
Brandon, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking to Brandon, Jamal, like people that come into a space to drum up an audience to go back to somewhere else, and like it's just pure antisocial behavior. That's what I think trolls are. You're not pure antisocial.
Where'd you go, Ethan?
You gotta take care of some stuff here in the building. I'm okay now. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. We're talking about the effectiveness of Doge.
Okay. I'm gonna sit back and listen then.
I love how Gary Baumgartner like opens the room with his like 15-minute monologue. You know, like that's the conditioning and the hypnosis.
He's been up to 35, dude. He's taken
Wow.
over half the show sometimes. That's why I don't go. Like anyway, and then the not having the chat, and then you got the Facebook. Like I'm not gonna get on Facebook and let people.
Oh, he does Facebook Live?
That's one of the biggest problems with Clubhouse. Can we stop calling these shows? They're not fucking shows.
Exactly, they're not shows. But there's these rituals in this weird religious stupid parlance, right? Exactly.
Yeah, they're like ceremonial rituals, but again, it is just like, that's why like everything kind of comes back down to Johnny Carson or Joe Rogan or Howard Stern. That's what everybody's technically parroting or mirroring or recreating in their own little microcosm here. And you know, I it's just, that's what's happening is it wants to be essentially, you know, the Johnny Carson show, but that's why I say the roast, you know, those were the specials, like the Dean Martin roast. So yesterday I created a room about a roast, you know, and everybody comes in, and you know, Danny was a participant. And to me, that is the funniest part about this app, that is, sooner or later the catharsis comes out, the kvetching or the roast, you know, is created. But that to me is the funniest and just the most, the funniest way to use this app is like to conduct roasts, like organized roasts.
Danny, or Donnie, however you say your name.
Yeah, will you roast me?
What kind of seasoning? Dry rub or sauce?
Not in a Dahmer type of way, you know?
Or just basting? Well, I mean, we can metaphorically baste you with your own juices if you want, or we can pick out some spices. Metaphorically.
So Danny is a paid crisis actor. She's working for my political campaign, and Danny, your voice is already causing voters to sign my petition. So thank you, Dr. Danny.
Also, it's my voice. I need some water, you know?
I wish I had a good voice. It's too nasally. Somebody said I sounded like Edward G. Robinson. I'm like, I have a Chicago accent, but I don't sound like Edward G. Robinson. So, Danny, do you like milk curry? Are you a vegetarian?
I tried goat curry once from a Pakistani. It was goat it's a very hard word for me to say. Biryani? Anyone?
No,
Yeah,
I think it's biryani.
Yes.
Yeah, biryani. It's pretty cool. Bye.
it's a style, right? Because you can get chicken biryani, etc., right?
Yeah, so it was goat.
You can have goat. Yeah, you can have goat.
But I don't like the biryani seasoning. There's a lot going on in like maybe one or two aspects of the spices I don't like that's in it. So I don't know if I like goat because the only time I had goat was like that way.
Well, different ethnicities finish their goats differently. Some finish corn, some finish oats, some finish grass, and some make sure there's no males that have big balls, and some like the males with the big balls that like that real goaty taste. So it depends on where you go and how they finish them, or if they're young or they're old, all that kind of stuff. Usually the young female's the best.
Do any of you guys know Andrew Meyer?
I'm waiting for you to introduce me to him.
He's a Clubhouse personality, but he's on X now. So he just had a room earlier that I was pranking him in, which was very funny. But if you don't know who he is, it doesn't matter. But he's the kid in the video who said, "Don't tase me, bro.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me, bro." You know,
so he was like he got memified, yeah.
A certain club.
He was yelling at John Kerry, accusing him of being a member of Skull and Bones, and they pulled him out of the auditorium. I don't know. I assume he was a student at that university.
No, what he basically said was that Kerry and Bush were both members of the same club.
Yeah. But you know, anybody here ever meet an old goat?
No.
It's just a joke.
But time isn't real.
My brother's mother-in-law.
You know what's interesting about Clubhouse is when I think back to people I've known in my life, I realize how they kind of like played me in a way. That they were like doing their routine in the same way that they would do it on here if they were on Clown House. It's like they're passive aggressive and complainers, but they're not complaining. And they're really just like, I don't know, kind of sociopathic or psychopathic in a way. It's like they had higher intelligence of awareness than I did. But at the same time, I just was unaware that that's the game they play. Like, I'm not the first person, you know, that's their personality, but that's their mode of communication, if that makes any sense.
What?
I'm just saying that, like, since you know that, like, people are fake on Clown House or, like, deceptive, you realize that in the real world, these people were, you know, in hindsight, I'm just saying you realize that people, I don't know, there's something about Clubhouse and...
I had that happen to me, in my life. Yeah, I think I get what you're saying. Yeah, but it doesn't change anything. I think about it, but it doesn't change anything.
Are any of you abused?
Which way?
the son or daughter of an alcoholic, or somebody who did substance abuse, or physical abuse, or just psychological terror, or anything like that. Yeah, but by the way, religion is a psychological terror.
So what do you think about like the phallus and energy? Because on YouTube I see all these Hindu temples where they like smother cream cheese all over this giant black marble phallus, and they have these like rituals where they just dump all these different colors of like curd all over these phalluses. So like the phallic energy is like the, you know, spirit of God or the Shekhinah. So it's just like universal, meaning that it's like people are ritualizing and ceremonializing the power of the universe, you could say, or Rabbono Shalala.
It is called the lingam. I didn't know why you're talking about the phallus.
Well, the lingam and the yoni, you know, yoni's like Yonatan or something. So like, what's the yoni?
Isn't that the vagina?
Oh, I see. That's what lingam yoni is.
Wait, so everyone walking around with the name Jonathan is named after a vagina?
No, it's just a female phallic. So there's the male and the female phallic.
The creation spot of human.
Yeah, it's the fall of Adam, essentially. That's the big thing, right? I mean, because isn't Adam's fall essentially his genderification?
Do you blame Lilith or do you blame Eve?
Because it's a myth.
Well, they're like words which describe a myth, but there's not enough analysis done into the words themselves. So, like Eve, I mean, you know, is like, isn't that the dawn technically? Or what is Eve? Is that just sunset?
Are you talking about the name Eve?
Yeah, like what is the gematria of Eve?
Wow, well, first of all, the meaning of the name Eve means farm. Like she was like where everybody came out of, you know, Hava. But
a human farm?
Yeah, Hava is like where things grow, you know, with the source, you know, the source of everything. I mean, that's her name, Hava. But you want the gematria, all that, or like, what is it related to? What other words that it's related to?
No, I'm just saying that like the myth stories are all just the words like sun and Set. Like the word Set is an Egyptian word, you know. So
No. Are you thinking of Set in the Bible?
I don't know. Isn't there some, you know, the sun god Set in Egypt?
So is Set and Seth related, or that's different?
No, Seth in Hebrew is, oddly enough, it also means kind of like buttocks. Seth means like foundation. That's the word for foundation. Well, my buttocks are certainly my foundation. There you go.
I heard that we start as buttholes, but we start as like...
Yes, the blast support becomes the anus in invertebrates, and the mouth in insects or arthropods.
I bought a modern Hebrew English dictionary, and it's just English to the Hebrew letters. And I'm like looking at the Hebrew letters. You know, I've never studied Hebrew letters, but to me it's like I'm looking at Egyptian hieroglyphs almost.
Are you looking at the ancient Hebrew letters or the more modern?
This
Hebrew
is
letters?
modern.
This is modern, right? You want to see something that looks more like hieroglyphic? Look at the ancient ones. Phoenician alphabet. Hieroglyphics, that's what it is too. I mean, like the first letter, Alpha, Aleph, is supposed to be like an ox, and if you look at it, it's got these horns like A.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then Delta or Dalet is supposed to be a door. It's like a door of a tent. It's triangular.
So do you think you can? Do you think you can teach Hebrew using pictures, meaning like, Aleph, Beth, Gimel, Dot, whatever? Like, is there a way to like educate people quickly on Hebrew? Because I've never taken a Hebrew course before.
I've seen it. I used to have this book when I was a kid, and it had all the letters of the alphabet, like Gimel the Gamel, okay, which is a camel, the word Gimel, and you had pictures for all these different letters, like Resh means head, so the old Resh looked like a head. It had a circle and a line below it, kind of like B. So you remember like the SSR, right? CCCP. So that's Cyrillic, the Greek from the Phoenician, from the Hebrew possibly. It's a pictograph. They're all pictographs. You just look up Phoenician alphabet, and you can see all these original meanings of the letters. They all have meaning.
So I got this book called Biblical Hebrew and Introductory Grammar. These are some of the highlights in the second lesson. It says ancient Hebrew had no written system of vowels. The long.
Who's the author?
Paige H. Kelly.
Ancient Hebrew didn't have vowels. Okay.
It says the long vowels include kames, sere, sere yod, harek yod, halam, halam vav, and surek. The short vowels are pata, segel, herek, kams, hatuf, and kibbutz. Most of the vowels stand directly below the consonants with which they are to be pronounced. The exceptions are holem, holem vav, and surek.
Okay.
Holem and holem vav are often used interchangeably. There are two classes of shiva, the vocal shiva and the silent shiva. The vocal shiva is written like a modern colon, except that it is placed below the line. The simple vocal shiva may also be combined with three of the short vowels to form compound shivas. Compound shivas are to be classified as half vowels, and as such they are always vocal and never silent.
If those are the names of vowels,
yeah, what about?
Hear the names of consonants.
I want to hear the name of the consonant.
About the vowels, and if I knew if Hebrew had vowels or anything about them, and I know that they had vowels, but
you guys ever read the Bible?
They take them away, but did they add them later?
All Semitic languages just do not know the vowels, but later on, they have a system of dots and dashes.
Mm-hmm.
So there are vowels. Have you ever read the Bible?
No, I haven't. I've never smelled it. Maybe I've smelled it. I've kissed it.
When I read What did you read the Bible? My favorite was about the Antichrist and when he comes back to Earth to prove that he's a false god, to get people to convince people that he's a god. You want to know what I think about in that Bible? I don't know what he's talking about. We'll go on, Thomas. This is my room. We're not talking about Bibles. Alright. Yeah, okay. That's cool.
Anyways, but I'm gonna try to learn Hebrew, or at least have increased my education.
I have classes on Clown House. I can send you a PDF of this book that I recommend. It's the best book on the subject, and it covers what you're talking about too, about the vowels and all that. It's a very precise book. But yeah, if you got any questions, just I give lessons on Clubhouse. I got some people like Blackstone, Liz was learning from me. What else?
I've never gone to YouTube, but I'm sure there's so much like free education. Thing is, I just want to read books and create the content. So like kill two birds with one stone, essentially.
Read books and create the content.
Like I want to self-educate and then create videos about
Did you ever read the book Godel Escher Bach?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sure you heard of it though.
What's it about?
Wow. It's Douglas Hofstadter, and he brings in, philosophy and mathematics and music and all these subjects and plays around with them. But the very first page, the dedication page, for whatever crazy reason, he writes it in the ancient Hebrew alphabet. So I was going to say, if you ever want to see that, I just open up the first page of that book. Then he goes on. He's a weirdo. He's got another book. It's called In the Mind's Eye. This book's a very philosophical. Yeah, anyway. But yeah, if you want to, know more about the Kabbalah and more of the mystical stuff and the gematria and all that, we can do stuff on that.
I don't know if you follow Roseanne Barr on X, but she wrote, "Remember the Trilateral Commission, Bohemian Grove, Freemasons, Templars, Illuminati? That used to be a thing before internet influencers replaced everything with the Jews because their engagement went up. If you haven't noticed this during your deep dives and noticing, you're not smart enough to discuss world powers at all. You can critique Israel all day, that's fine, but if that becomes your boogeyman for literally everything, you're basically and frankly an embarrassment."
Good point. Well, I got offended in that other room. I think Shinga was in that room too, and somebody else. This one guy, David, he was on there saying, "Oh, everything is religion, and we're sending boots over to the Middle East because of religion." And, I'm sick and tired of hearing people that have minuscule, very, very rudimentary, shallow knowledge talking like they know the whole thing. Just what had it.
Well, welcome to Clown House. I mean, if you don't essentially control what's coming in your ears, you're just hypnotized and you're not self-aware. So shame on anybody who doesn't guard their ears. They say guard your eyes, but it's like, man, you better guard your ears more than your eyes on this app. I mean, it's all audio. This app is like you're blind.
Hear no evil, see no evil.
Sometimes I swear, because I could sit here and just listen for hours, and it's like, am I blind? Like, I'm just using listening all the time.
Well, you're aware, because you're very well read, and the low level of literacy on this app with the big mouth behind it. It's just amazing how people who don't know anything are doing talking. I know it. Oh, it just amazes me. And they don't know what they don't know. It just drives me nuts. They don't know how ignorant they are. It's just amazing. And so many of them are Silicon Valley boys because they excel in one area. They think they know everything. It's like you're a dumbass without a girlfriend who lives in your grandma's basement who makes $300,000 a year. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Exactly. They excel in one thing. They don't know anything else. Idiot savants. It's getting worse with these kids. All of Silicon Valley should be burned to the ground. No social skills anymore. Silicon Valley. And they're all moving. They all left. They're in either North Dakota or fucking Tennessee now. With their little cults and brain think tanks and shit. Oh my god. I signed, oh my god. I can't believe I got this Duolingo app. And I didn't know an app can be sarcastic and nudging. It's telling me now that I have a practice of 4 days. Are you overlearning? What kind of sarcasm is that from a stupid app? I'm a person. You're an app. Lay off. I'll study what I want to. Well, there's recommending a fake girlfriend or fake boyfriend for therapy purposes. I'm like, yeah, that sounds stupid. A fake girlfriend for therapy purposes? Yeah, you can use AI to create yourself a fake girlfriend or fake boyfriend to talk to. Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. Fake girl. I don't know.
sound like something you'd replace your husband with?
Oh, big people are you? I think you outcompeted me. I had like 8 different first here.
What just happened? Because I was in the other room putting away laundry, and Dimitri just started cursing, and like, what happened?
I'm sorry.
What just happened? Oh my gosh! Like he just said he's gonna throw my phone in the garbage and like all that stuff. So like, what were you guys saying?
Nothing.
And that shit upstairs. Good. Unless he loves Silicon Valley.
What just happened? Because I'm gonna have to go to doctor's recording of this.
Silicon Valley should be burned to the ground.
Uncanny Valley? I'm too human for you? What's going on?
We'll leave him out.
Are these emotions too real right now?
Leave him out. All she wants to do is talk shit about me.
I didn't say anything. You were talking about how I'm not gonna put the laundry away, and then they're coming at me at every angle today. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Lena, come up.
I'll just take that as a yes.
How you doing?
I think on the phone. You created a need for me to go to the phone. Why are you creating a problem out of nothing? Okay.
Because that's what humans do. They create problems out of nothing.
I was putting away the clothes, and then someone on Clubhouse said something, and I went over there. Who said something? What happened? Like, seriously. He's already a cancer. Like, who made him more malignant?
It was ageless. I blame him.
It was who?
Somebody said something about an AI boyfriend, and I asked if you want to replace your husband with an AI.
Oh, that's probably it. I didn't even put that together. Abuelito.
Oh, shit. Yeah, so that's what my husband heard.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a little kid. You're talking about your husband.
No, my kid was just with him because they were leaving.
Talk about fragile, Jesus.
No, he is. No, but it's...
That's the
He
other
was
thing.
already yelling at me about the laundry and his clothes. He's so weird about his dirty clothes. I'm not, because he wants to wear one shirt, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so much stress. You don't even know about a shirt.
That's why the other thing I don't like about Clubhouse is all the misogyny and the fake, tough guys. Whether they're from the fucking hood, gangsters, or they're fucking ex-mafia, Russian, Jewish, Italian, otherwise they're all just fake fucking men. They're just like, oh, I got it on my chest on Clubhouse. It's like, just go fucking drink yourself to death, you dumbass. Go join the army and get killed. That's what you should do if you're a tough guy.
Not that many people get killed that join, right? I mean, like, what's the probability of that? I don't...
Well, they should join the mercenary forces or the merchant marines or whatever the fuck, wherever they're gonna get killed fastest. I mean, they're just dumbasses. They're so misogynistic, they're so fragile, they're all like, I want my wife back in the kitchen making me some eggs barefoot and pregnant, and then I can have 2 side bitches and a whole harem full of old ladies.
Yeah, I want 2 side bitches too. I mean, like, that's equal opportunity. And I don't want to work.
I don't want no bitches. If I'm with a woman, she better learn how to kill me. Those are the only women I respect.
I didn't know the Sunnis and the Shia have a different Eid. So someone is fasting an extra day.
sir, that there are more than 35,000 denominations of Christianity. That's unbelievable.
Which one should we be the most afraid of?
And there's new ones, like the fucking Mormons. They're just made up bullshit. Oh, they're weird, yeah. I knew a woman in college. She was Mormon, but her father was Zoroastrian, and she spoke Creole. And it just, you can't find all three of those in one person. Unbelievable. She was Louisiana.
My uncle, who's Jewish, married an African-American woman. I have a biracial cousin. She had a kid who's a triracial because she had a kid with like an Arab. So what is my nephew or whatever? What is he? No, my second cousin, I guess. This kid is Jewish, Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, black, white, I get Jewish, but black, white, Arab. So this is like the everything mocha color kid who's ever lived, basically. He's like, he's every combination of all major world religions and world ethnicities.
Well, you can't call Arabs like a separate thing, because the Levant for the longest time has been the crossroads of the whole world. They're already multiracial. They're everything. Everybody crossed that area, so they're already all mixed up in that place.
So you consider Arabs to be the second largest, would it be ethnicity, or because they say Han Chinese is the first and then Arabs is the second largest?
No way. How's that possible? How could that beat India?
People.
Indians are by far gotta be number 2 after
Maybe because
Chinese.
they're so specialized into different groups that the Arabs more vague or something. I don't know.
No, I mean Arabs are basically indigenous. They're the indigenous of the region. I mean, they're the Bedouins. You can see it in their skin. I mean, if that's how you can categorize people on feature expressions. But there are people on this app that know all this terminology. They spend their whole fucking lives talking about this stupid shit. And they're obsessed with this conversation.
Han have been ethnic cleansing for centuries. There's small indigenous groups left in China, but mostly they've been replaced either with the Han ethnically or at least with the Han culturally, because you don't want to say you're not Han in China, because then you don't get nothing.
I'm looking, there's a Chinese diaspora and an Indian diaspora. Are they just not from those main groups?
The northern India is broken up by the caste system, and southern India is a whole completely different ethnic region. Aren't they also Aryans in the north? In name, yeah. The whole made-up mythos about Indo-European, whatever, cosmology and origins from Ur and Mesopotamia and all that. It's all made up. So this whole Indo-European language group is not real. Well, the language is moved with agriculture.
There was a question of the language.
And if you look at the genetics, they displaced or replaced a lot of original European genes in what is now Western Europe, except for the Irish and the Basque. Pretty much they've all been replaced with people from Persia and the Middle East. The language came with them, of course, and all the crops and the animals and stuff. I mean, Northwestern Europe was a fucking savage area for a long time.
And send
the barbarians. For the Levant, but it's got to be high. I heard somewhere that was 28% or something like that of Europe. Angels did a good job. We need them back again.
I just saw this weird short they sent me.
Give me the sign of the open eye and the token erect of thorny thigh and the word of madness and mystery. The learning is to be not only fixed and set in time, but also abiding one, most holy soul. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole.
Central Asia, you get all the
That
words
bad. You really should have no faith. Okay, can you do it one more time, but a little louder and more pop? Don't be afraid to like almost yell.
So it takes about 8 years to walk it. So they're like 25 minutes.
No. I don't want to be personal and make personal attacks.
Just never would have thought that. So you could walk from.
The point is, when people make slanderous comments.
Focusing on the word fraud. Okay, all of these were authorized, whatever you want to say, and the point here.
Of the Father and the Son, the Holy Spirit is the norm. He
Go start with my
thou hast no right but do thy will. Dip the purple of passionate and thrill with forgotten ones. Out the magus flick.
That's weird, man.
Yeah, so basically what happened was when he did that, you know, everybody wants to basically like act like it didn't happen. You feel me?
Yeah, I understand.
Type shit. So at that point, you know what I mean, it's just a lot of like fake outrage, picking and choosing, you know, it's just basically who you fuck with, whatever. It's all that bullshit. It's just Clubhouse, I guess. It's just a bunch of niggas doing nigga shit. You feel me? That's just one sector. Then you have different little parts and all that, like.
It's like a diagram of just a top 1 point breaking down to the very, very bottom. I understand.
Bro, it's like no jumper. It's like no jumper how they had all them hood niggas on there talking about shit that was going on and shit.
Yeah.
Like how them niggas is players and shit is like that idea literally came from Clubhouse.
I got so.
Clown house, honk honk.
Bro, that third frog eye is crazy, bro.
That's funny.
Yo, that is wild. Bro.
Look deep into the center of my eye and meditate on the light, and you will become a doctor as well here in Clown House. Did you ever want to get your PhD or MD and become a doctor? Well, Clown House is the opportunity you've been looking for.
Hold on real quick. So even this nigga, right? He's a troll, right? But he has a whole YouTube channel. He be trying, like, he trolls and shit because niggas on the app don't be really talking about shit as far as the content, but then when it do go, you know, so he's really a fucking, like, a YouTuber clipper, like, and that's what I was thinking, right? So, my bad. Hold on. Oh my gosh.
Don't be in a car? Really?
Yo, Travis, I'm not gonna lie.
Dr. Jasmine Love is here. She is one of my #1 content creators. Thank you, Dr. Jasmine Love.
I tried to help him as well. I can't hear back from him. He's making that.
Oh, let me talk
this with a bad troll.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but I was thinking, bro be everywhere though, and if he could start getting clips of me, bro, I could compensate you.
He's a fucking fed though. You don't want to work with a nigga like him.
Who's a fed?
This nigga, he got like 30 phones recording Clubhouse all day. That's not normal. He's not making $1. He got like 30 phones recording that shit on YouTube.
Bro, listen, I've been knowing, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I know this nigga too.
There's other people that's doing exactly that, literally.
He's not making no money.
I had to come. I ran back to my phone, so motherfucking.
We're not making no money.
I didn't know who the fuck that was, child. I thought that was some random ass bitch. I was gonna kick her fucking head.
I am random.
I'll tell you want your head kicked in.
Ooh. No, I'm just random.
Oh, okay.
Hey, bro, like, how do I take this thing off my profile picture? This little, I guess, is it like a hat or something? Like an ice cream cone? Is there a way I can take this off my
No, it disappears after like 30 days.
Who is this? I don't even live past that.
Excuse me, don't.
You got
He's no.
I didn't get my
No, you don't need to get no damn headphones. I need to communicate without yelling.
I'm not being rude or
admin, phone.
Excuse me. Why is motherfuckers coming here questioning who in this bitch? What we doing? Bone, you put your profile. Yeah, Bone that's Bone. He here just like you are. He in the same.
No, they weird as fuck though. They trolls.
nobody's.
Bone not a troll though.
He just came out my room last night. He's a troll.
I've had this app for
Well, he's in here talking about his wife and his daughter and shit.
He's lying.
No, I'm not lying. My daughter's right.
Yes, you are.
Hey, hold on. I'm
That's
gonna.
weird. But anyway, Bone, can you click your profile and then once you click your own profile, click your bubble where the shoes are, and then you can change your profile picture. Because I just heard you ask that. That's how you
But I'm
change it.
scared to do that, so I don't want to dox me and my family.
Oh.
He's trolling, bro.
Why do you say that?
You know what? I'm out of here. Pac-Man, Doctor's a low-level troll. Nobody goes to his YouTube. Nobody goes to his Instagram. What he's doing is not working. He does not have a formula.
Bro, why do you care so much?
I don't care.
She don't like me because I done clipped her fat ass 100,000 times because she wastes her fucking life on this app, that fat fucking Jew-hating bitch.
Nah, that makes sense. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Why you so...
I don't care, but you're on here talking about it?
I'm like, damn, what the fuck did you do? Hey, listen.
Yes.
Listen.
She was right to a certain extent. Like, last night, I would go to random rooms and try to talk to people. In the beginning, I was just talking shit, you know what I mean? But, like, now, I'm trying to actually learn.
That's a lot of line.
Hey, so what I'm basically seeing is Doc is a recorder, bro, and I need recorders, like people that can really, you know what I mean, catch the content and good quality type shit. Just putting it out instead of just dropping the regular videos, we gonna be dropping that bitch down the pop.
I can't hear whether you broke up.
I'm going shit back to the internet, like how niggas go on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Hey, bro, I can't hear you. You're breaking up. Can you wearing AirPods or something? The subs are dying.
Hold on.
Everyone, sit down, baby.
Look, what I'm saying is that I'm trying to do exactly what the fuck you see Wack is doing. You know what I'm saying? As far as like crossing over to YouTube, back and forth, Clubhouse, using Clubhouse as a tool is supposed to be used to power up YouTube. Other people who on TikTok, motherfuckers use Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Well, Wack uses Clubhouse and it's working for him, right? My thing is we on Clubhouse too, and niggas will sit here and just keep talking about nothing in circles instead of trying to like some shit. So, like I said, as far as the content, I be having content. I be running up on
Content is just hypnosis. You have to re-platform the content, re-platform the hypnosis, and then what else are you gonna do? It's a total waste of time to be here, not to re-content, to re-platform. Total waste of time.
Yeah. Right, and that's the thing I see. Like people will sit here and do all this thing, which still create good content, but the only thing that'll come from it is a recording that somebody will play back in the room, and then you'll never hear from it again. Or it'll be on a YouTube channel that nobody really wants to go back and listen to for real. You feel me? Yeah. It's like how you put it out. So